constantly spamming from a long distance to the lances. It's the same thing as that. You're just this like damage over time carry.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting game, but that's what we wanted from a Tundra match, right? That's what we were expecting from them, and that's what we get. But yeah, there's also I think in China we saw Faith Bian do it. I want to say he went Blink Manta on the Abaddon and basically played like an anti-mage cosplay, right?
Yeah, that's the other build. That's the other build is Manta style procs the Curse of Avernus for some reason, so you just insta-proc it and instant silence somebody. 4.5 second silence, very strong, of course. So you can kill almost anybody. The problem with going like just Blink Manta, I think you probably need an item before that. It's like then where's your damage? Like the build is the problem with this hero, because the late game is insane and the potential for it is insane. It's just the early game build. So I'm super interested to see what Skeeter thinks is the right move here.
Going to be interesting, and of course in classic Tundra fashion, you know, they've done some interesting things, so all attention is on them for this draft. We haven't really talked about the Team Spirit draft so much, but it just looks very formulaic and very straightforward for them. You know, nothing's making me go ooh or ah, but it does make a lot of sense.
It's a full 4-man here for Tundra.
Yeah, they are really going hard here on Mr. Mirrors. He'll have to walk himself away. Luckily, he does get himself out, so no kills happening just yet, but definitely some heavy trading.
Yep. Tiny, the highest base strength hero in the entire game, so even though he has 0 armor, actually quite capable of surviving through something like that. But yeah, Team Spirit's draft. I feel like they have some classics. You know, you have Toronto Tokyo Kunkka. He's amazing at this. Yatoro playing on the Weaver. There's not great stuns for him in this game. All of the stuns are like fairly projected. Yeah. It's like Marcy Dispose and Cookie and Roar, like all of these you can just press Sakuchi and run away, or press Time Lapse or get a Lincoln Sphere. So the Weaver pick seems like a really solid one in this game.
Yeah, it does seem good. It does seem good. You just got to make sure you avoid that one spell, but yeah, as you say, Lincolns, and you should be fine for the most part. Not completely free, but good.
Yep, once you get some items, it feels freer, and I think the lane is pretty good against Beast as well.
Yeah.
But top lane, this is also a really strong lane for Spirit, even against an Abaddon, which is a counter. I feel like a Viper lane with like a melee 4 that has any kill threat, you still always have to be really careful for Tundra. I remember when we were watching, I think Kuro was playing Abaddon yesterday against a Viper lane, and if you use a Photic Shield, like sparing, if you use it liberally and it's on cooldown, you can still die to Viper. It's very easy for him to get 4 stacks up again. And the Hawk taking a lot of harass damage down here. He's trying to rush that Helm.
Yeah, he wants it bad, but it might come at the cost of giving this Weaver a little bit of extra freedom for now.
Camp blocking action, very delectable. Both supports. Ooh, courier sniping, the dream.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Get the Wraith Band off it as well, and a set of tangos. And Miposhka, actually misses the cliff there onto Saxa. Very close though. Very close.
Yeah, that actually would have been a good clipping too, because there's just nothing to rebound off of for Saxa. So that could have been a pain. There's a mid lane. How's this going? About even. I'm curious to see what Nine's build is. It looks pretty standard right now for what the Queen of Pain build was previously in terms of both items and skill build. He went for the 2-0-1 build, which is what people were doing when this hero was in the meta.
Yeah, the classic. So
yeah.
what's
like
Skidder queued? I guess Skidder hasn't queued anything up yet. He's going to leave us guessing for a little while.
Yeah, that's what I want to see is the items after the phase boots. Like what does he get? Snaking, he's getting dove.
Oh, he's getting low. Yeah, he's actually going to die to the poison. The tree throw, the poison. It was enough to bring him down. And Snaking will be the first blood go in the way of collapse.
Yeah, Skeeter was just not really in the area, and I think he had just used a Photic Shield on himself too, so it was still on cooldown. And without boots, also, I think it was pretty unreasonable for him to head over and try to save Snaking.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
And more wave shenanigans going on.
What is going on down here?
Yeah, there's an equilibrium behind the tower and also an equilibrium behind the Hawk's tower on the other side as well. So definitely favoring the dual melee lane of Dahak and Saksa. You always want to pull this off when you got two melee heroes.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a waste though. Marcy, you always want to pair her with someone who can really get kills in lane, and I don't think Beastmaster is really that hero.
No, he's definitely not. Which I think is exactly why Saksa's rotating, is because he's real like with the Queen of Pain. Then you're pairing it with somebody who actually can get kills, and so it's pressuring Toronto Tokyo. Like even though he's not getting a kill, like Toronto Tokyo has to play in his tower. He has to be afraid. He has to give
Rotation
9
up to top from the Marcy. She's keeping up here, looking for a go. They're going on to the Abaddon, though. He's getting a little bit low, but not really low enough to be worried. Collapse, meanwhile, he's taken some heavy hits, but they can't really fight in this Nether Toxin. Collapse, he is low, but is he gonna die? I don't think so. Skidder, they'll turn around. They'll get the kill into him first. Collapse, he might actually just make it out of this one. Mirror with the toss back. They don't have the damage. The Viper will survive for now. Saxter, though, he really wants to finish the job here, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to. He might just have to accept it and move on. And meanwhile, down the bottom lane, the hack has gone as well. Now they move forward onto Saxa, but the rebound to get away from the Tiny will bring back to safety. But a failed rotation, honestly. Team Spirit, they recognize the strength of these heroes, and they don't let themselves be bullied out. I think that's a huge move from them.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, they're getting tri-laned. Like,
yeah,
there's also a lane where they're countered in.
Dispose back once again into 2, but the cookie turnaround here. They're trying to lock them down, and it does look like Collapse might finally drop, but not before Saxa does. No, don't tell me he gets away from this again. He gets away again! Collapse, the man who cannot be killed.
Spirit's playing this top lane very well. They're being extremely patient with Mira's avalanches and tosses, constantly using that to save Collapse, and playing around like the poison attack slows rather than the stuns, so that way the stuns can be used as like ways of getting Collapse out. It's really cool. Like, they're getting tri-lane and they're supposed to be countered in this lane, and they're winning the lane. That is bad for Tundra.
It is not good, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, this Marcy, you know, this hero who's just supposed to be one of the strongest in the game at level 2, it just hasn't got anything done. In fact, quite the opposite. They've just ended up feeding Collapse a bunch of kills.
Yeah, and they're gonna keep committing to it as well. Oh man, Collapse is almost level 6. Skeeter is level 4. That's a whole level advantage when the Abaddon was flexed to this carry position specifically to counter the Viper. As Miposhka does end up going down here. Cable.
Okay.
Is he watching TV?
Damn, that's a flex, actually. That is a flex.
He had to put his episode of Seinfeld paused. He needed to buffer.
Valid pausing reason.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
Happens all the time in multi-million dollar games.
Right.
Well, Tundra kind of left licking their wounds here. I guess it's just recovery time for them. I think them making moves is not something I'm going to expect for a while now, because they've got both the side lanes in a pretty bad situation. This Kunkka just seems to be playing really, really safe. Toronto Tokyo doesn't want to risk feeding anything to that Marcy, so yeah, he's just happy farming away. And even now, they're going under the tower. They're fishing for Skitter, and they might just find him shield out, but it's going to get popped almost instantly, and the poison, it's too much for him to handle. Skitter goes down in the top lane again. Collapse now dominating on this Viper.
This is concerning, because Abaddon doesn't really have any way of farming quickly. Like, how do you recover? Do you get a Midas? You're not going to get a Battle Fury. You'll lose the game before you get to that point, you know? It's like basically Skeeter is now relying on his team to just like hard carry for... He's going mid. He's going mid to fill the bottle. He's a support now.
Oh my god.
I see.
Well,
wow.
Picked a Baden, might as well embrace it.
Yeah. And he's going to go jungle. Yeah, so he's really relying on his team to do some heavy lifting for the next little while when he can jungle. So he can jungle for 10 minutes. Like, that's the only way that he's going to come back and have a reasonably decent game. Maybe show up to a fight and pick up like a free kill or something.
Staking daring to exist in this top lane here. See what Mira has to say about that. So far, it's usually been the same story. You turn up to this lane, we murder you. And looking like this is going to be a repeat here. Okay, I'll show a bit of respect. Not quite diving into the trees behind the tower levels of aggression here from Team Spirit. That might be
I do like this a lot from Tundra. Like the fact that they're putting Abba jungle, snaking top, getting levels, and the Hawk is taking an ancient stack that he's been stacking with his boar, and Sox is taking bot. Like they're playing the map incredibly efficiently. Snaking will probably die here. I mean, yeah, they found him. They found him.
Go on, at least get the courier. There you go. That's what you get, you snitch. But snaking will be going down regardless.
He almost got his level 6 from that.
All right.
Like they're just playing to greed, and it's like Tundra's really good at this. This is something that Tundra does a lot. I've seen them like 20 kills behind and still keeping up in the gold lead just because they're really good at like farm efficiency on the map. Like the Hawk is quite huge now, despite the lane going so horribly for him, because he just took a massive ancient stack and also a hard camp stack.
I love them stacks. Meanwhile, Skidder in the middle lane, gonna get that ultimate popped by Yatoro and by Mira. Oh man, he really can't catch a break. Anytime he shows up to the lane, he just gets wrecked. And oh, snaking. Sweet little snaking, trying to find a way up to that high ground, but with the X marks upon him, there's nothing he can do but wait for the sweet release of death.
Yeah, those last couple of deaths are unfortunate for snaking. He really wants to get his level 6. That's a big timing where Tundra could maybe actually take a fight. Maybe they could get like a couple of kills in a fight, trade 1 for 1 rather than just getting completely run over. But I understand why he was there. You don't want to just lose this mid tower so early, but it's one of these situations where like, who's going to defend this, you know? I mean, it looks like 9 wants to.
We'll see what they can do. Hanging around, but they really don't have the manpower at the moment. Meanwhile, Team Spirit are just bringing everyone to this in the middle lane. Other than, of course, the Viper who's still chilling at top. And yeah, Tundra with a very weak response to this middle siege.
Toronto Tokyo did not have the illusion there. I think he actually dies to that toss into the tier 2.
Jump in from the Marcy. That might not work out too well. There's a boat. There's everything coming her way. And they will be able to finish the job. But the kisses, is it enough to kill off the pirate? No, it's not. He's going to get himself to the sea where he belongs. Well, it's a river, but...
Rivers do lead to the sea, though.
True.
It flows downhill from mountains and goes into the sea.
Then how does the water get back up to the river, Jenkins?
To the it
doesn't make any sense.
I think buckets.
Right. Yeah, no, that does make sense actually. I think that's what my dad did actually.
Oh, he was a water bucketer?
Yes, yeah, he was Aquarius.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, good man. 8-1 is the scoreline right now in this game with a 3k gold advantage to Team Spirit, and they're going to smoke up and try and hammer this one home as they move across the map down to the bottom side.
Yeah, they saw that there was a teepee down here from Soxa, so Soxa's stuck here. And yeah, smoking into the Beastmaster. This is a classic.
Moving on to Yatoro there. They might be able to kill him off before they can get here. They can. Yatoro is gone. The first big pickoff from Tundra. But it is a biggie. And now they move across towards Maposhka. Maposhka going to steal the Scream, though. Not sure how he left it that long with the Sonic Wave out, but they're going to kill him off regardless. The 9 doesn't really care. Kill his shame.
That is not what you want to see from a smoke from Team Spirit.
Saxa, has he taken the step too far again? Let's see him. He's actually popping the ultimate and going aggressively here. He believes in his team, and I think he should, but, well, a boat's going to come crashing down on his head, which Marcy's aren't really too keen of having happened to them. Mira's going to back away. Snaking's coming in there. Look at this guy flying through the fight and tossed away. Alrighty. Turning around, looking over towards Yatoro, but there's a lot of heroes from Team Spirit coming up to this one. Might be time to leave. So Snaking, as quickly as he entered this fight, is going to leave it, leaving 9 behind, and 9 will unfortunately be going down here to the X marks and Torrent once again from Toronto, Tokyo.
I didn't see that Collapse was building this, by the way, but he has an Orchid. Yeah, the tips come out. I mean, that Orchid reveal gets the kill onto 9 there. 9 was the top net worth right before that fight, and now all of a sudden, all of Team Spirit's cores are above him. And they go for a re-smoke, too. They're looking for Skeeter. I mean, he's very weak. He's trying to build a Midas.
Oh, no. That's, I mean, the item's not as bad as it could be, but it's a sad state of affairs for this guy on the Abaddon as he levels up the ulti there at the very last second. But they'll just pause, not heal him up. You can through the trees. Maposhka though. And she puts down
wow.
What? Did he just put down a sentry to see him?
He did.
Oh my god.
The Tumbler's toy over the cliff. That's really cool from Collapse, by the way. The Orchid into Nether Toxin. Like, they're trying to just keep the Abaddon in the break while he's Orchided so they can kill him. It's really goofy that Collapse is so aware of the counter to this carry Abaddon. I don't know if they've scrimmed against it. I don't feel like it's very popular in pubs, but like Collapse has figured out the items to go to deal with this. Like, he's supposed to be countered, but instead he becomes the counter when you build these items.
Oh, Marcy once again jumping in the middle lane, but Saxa still surviving for the time being and gets off the dispos, and they'll turn it around. They'll take down the pirate. Toronto Tokyo is dead, but Poshka, he's going to be okay. And now Collapse backing him off with the Orchid out onto the Beastmaster, trying to TP out. He's going to make it out. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Dies in base. And unfortunately, Sax is going to follow him to the grave as well. Nine and Snaking need to leave. Avalanche off the mark, but they'll toss forward the Weaver. Toro can be sent forward here and needs to get on top of Snaking, and he's going to be able to do exactly that. Right clicks to follow. Maelstrom Proc will finish the job. Yatoro gets a double kill, and once again, Tundra are punished for their aggression.
I mean, Tundra's doing a good job at like staying in the game with these moves. Killing Toronto Tokyo, I think, is a really big kill. It is looking like Yatoro's getting to the point of like unkillability. He's got that Dragon Lance. He's building into the Lincoln Sphere, at which point it's going to be very difficult to get any sort of stuns on him. It's just Cookie.
It's going to be very tough indeed.
Spirit's playing incredibly well too. Like, I really like this itemization from Collapse. I think this is super cool. Like, he's flipping the script with this Abaddon pick, where he's just hard countering him. And Skeeter is desperation mode. He's going for a Midas, which I think he needs to do. There's no other way for him to recover.
No, there's really not. And of course, he does have the Curse of Avernus. The attack speed is going to be very nice for him. There is a bit of synergy there, but yeah, I mean, that's a whole odd problem, right? Like, in a normal game, I'd feel like Tundra are delaying things enough to make things feel all right, and maybe they can fall back on something, but they're falling back on the Abaddon carry. Like, you don't expect this hero to be this far behind at this point in the game, in this position.
Right, yeah. I mean, if he gets to like 7 items, Abba carry is really sick. When you have like the Battle Fury, Daedalus, Satanic, that sort of stuff, like level 25. But that's some insane late timing. Yatoro's very strong right now.
Well, they're actually moving on to this Weaver, but I don't think Yatoro's in too much trouble there. Oh, the dispos. It was a little too late from Saxter. And that means that Yatoro's going to be able to wiggle his way out of this one.
Yeah, not much to kill him if there's no Beastmaster Roar.
And this is a very dead Queen of Pain in the middle lane, although Zizkin is going to come in with the heal, but it's not going to be nearly enough to save poor old Nine, as he's going to get killed off on the Queen of Pain.
How close is Mira to Blink? He's pretty close. I feel like he's been very effective despite not having a Blink Dagger. 1-0-10 as they look for Dahak here.
Oh, slowing them down with a Mud Golem. Thanks, buddy. Throws a rock in his face.
Yeah. I think he's using the Golem to stack, too. Yeah, they're just playing for efficiency here. Like the true carry player Dahak is. He's still focused on stacking at 17 minutes in. I mean, you have to play like this because I don't think you're getting kills. Not yet. They need an item timing to get kills. Marcy, Ether Lens. That's a solid timing. BKB on Queen of Pain. That's another decent one.
Oh, Team Spirit going to come across Tundra here in the jungle. Lift up, throw back, but they're actually throwing everything onto the Weaver once again, but he does have the time lapse, just going to use it and get himself out. Meanwhile, Poshka with a 3-man stun from that stolen cookie. He is going to die. He's going to die in style.
Yeah, protects his carry. I mean, Yatoro just has too much effective HP right now with the levels and items that he has, the Dragon Lance. So, like, Tundra, they did the calculations, and he was not going to die to the Queen of Pain ult there. He would have just pressed time lapse with the stuns that they have.
Yeah, looked fancy from the cookie, but ultimately probably wouldn't have changed much. I don't know, maybe? No. They just don't got the stuns.
It would feel really bad to like press all your spells there and then he just presses time lapse. It's like something like that could just end the game for Tundra because they're so far behind right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Although it's really not that bad for them. Like I do feel like one fight going their way and this game is completely recovered for them. But that is not going to be true if Team Spirit has the Aegis, because then there's going to be one hero that's just respawning and they can probably clean up that fight. So Tundra is in evade mode. They're going to play a game of cat and mouse now. They are, of course, the mice in this situation.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not much too much changing for them. You know, they've been trying to find the occasional pick-off, but...
That's true. Yeah, that's true. They've been the mice already, so yeah, whatever.
Very conscious decision to let this Roche go, I feel. It wasn't like, oh no, they're doing Roche, what do we do? It's like...
Yeah. They need the BKB on the Queen of Pain and Ether Lens Marcy. Like, they're close to items.
And Tundra, the Spirit Bridge literally just sweeping in here, and now the toss back onto Snaking. Snaking, I mean, I don't think it's going to feel too bad about this death, honestly. A 4-man rotation, they only really get the Snapfire. It is what it is.
Yep, Skeeter survives, and he's an Abaddon, so you would kind of expect that, but, you know, once again, going back to the Viper with the Boots of Travel and the Orchid, who, by the way, has found Saksa on the top lane. Anybody can die in this game.
Yeah.
Especially Saksa. And they're going to
buddy.
Yeah, cool. He's godlike on Collapse. Very nice.
He is indeed. Absolutely destroying this game on the Viper. Roar out in the mid here, though. They're going for the play onto the Kunkka. They need a little bit more damage to bring him down. He's got that BKB and the boat coming through. The Sonic Wave will take out Miposhka, but Yatoro's in the fight as well, taking chunks out of Dahak in the backlines. Not doing as much damage as perhaps he'd want, though. And the shields are going to keep Dahak nice and healthy, so they'll move their attention towards Mira instead. Tundra on the aggressive here. Cookie doesn't quite connect, and it's some Golem on Rockboy action here as they start to take chunks out of Mira. He will die. That's going to be Snaking getting the credit for that kill as Tundra taking fights despite Team Spirit having the Aegis.
Yeah, Tundra knew the Collapse was top and had TP'd there, and so his TP was still on cooldown. So they could go make this move towards mid. And by make the move, I mean they could bait the move. But they are actually making a move with the smoke off of those 2 kills.
Yeah.
They're looking for a quick pick, probably, and then back. I would imagine that's what they're looking for. They're not going to do anything too crazy. And they don't connect with anything, so it's just a warding mission.
Yeah. That's fine. They get out deep. They get some control of their map back, which means more farm, which means less net worth changing. And to be fair, like at 15 minutes, it was a 5k gold advantage for Team Spirit, and that hasn't changed since getting Roshan. So credit to Tundra there. They are, you know, they've stopped the bleeding, but now they need to fix up the wound.
Dude, Dahak is almost the highest level in this game too. Like look at him versus Collapse. They're very close. They're neck and neck. He's higher level than Yatoro. He's higher level than Toronto Tokyo too in terms of XP. Like Dahak is actually keeping up with these ancient stacks that he's constantly doing. He's 1, 2, and 4, but he's still very farmed and very high level as well.
I'm curious, do they have an XP advantage on Tundra? Check the graphs.
They don't. They don't.
No, they very much don't. Okay,
But,
so it's just better distributed for them.
Yeah, yeah. I think the supports on Tundra are suffering a bit.
Yeah.
Like Mira's level almost 14, and Sox is level 10. So
okay, that's where the that's where the different lies then.
and Sox is trying to wave cut up top. It is making some space. It means Collapse has to TP there, but Collapse has a blink dagger. Like, I really like this build from Collapse.
Toronto Tokyo very quick on the BKB as he sees 9 here. 9's gonna have to pop his own as well, so it's BKBs at dawn. Is that gonna be it? I think so. Mira, he's hunting, but he is not finding. He missed the shot, and once again, Tundra get away with it.
I killed some dogs at least. That's pretty good. Did not get the dragon. Does the Hawk have the shard? Yeah, he's got the Aghanim shard now too. So there's gonna be some die bomb action happening.
Hell yeah.
Such an OP shard, actually. He almost die bombed the Kunkka X. That would have been funny. I mean, he was X, so it's not very useful, but
it sends a message.
It does. Look out for birds.
Don't trust them.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
right.
has fallen.
They're not real.
So we have. Oh, I'm not sure I'm a fan. Well, I guess you need the Echo Saber for the mana upkeep on the Abaddon, but it does feel weird to go Echo Saber and Midas. It's like, oh yes, I've got some extra attack speed for my attack speed.
I think he's
Dire's top tower
I think
is
it's
under
like
attack.
he needs small efficient items to contribute. Like he goes for the Midas so that way he just doesn't have absolutely no game.
Yeah.
And then he's just getting small items so he can actually do stuff with his team so he doesn't lose. He
Please, guys.
could die here.
Let's see.
He's dead.
Wait. Oh, he's in the break, so his ulti doesn't go off. Oh no. Break and silence. The ultimate counter to Abaddon. And that is a sad and dead Skidder. They will get the kill onto Mirror on the way out. Now they're going to catch anyone else. Saxa jumping himself away with rebound, but might not be getting out of this one. Trying to move into the tree lines here, but I don't think there's anywhere to hide. He's going for the TP out. Oh, they spotted him. He's gone. See you later, Skidder.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry, Saxa. Skidder died a while ago.
I
Not over.
heard a dive bomb and then a courier died. And Dahak got the courier. You can't dive bomb couriers, can you? Am I crazy?
That does
No
sound like
way.
something which Dahak would know, but
No way.
surely not.
That would be insane.
That'd be weird. Cool. Well, Tundra, I mean, that was a move from them though, right? Like going up the high ground when they've got this disadvantage, like what do you think?
I mean, I like it. They have heroes to do it. Beastmaster, Abaddon, like you really have to be careful about letting these heroes hit your tower. It's it forces Spirit to like give up their stranglehold on the map and get back, and they didn't lose too much for it either.
Well, I'll
And
see him
Skeeter's
once
dead
again.
again.
Not again, not again. They're trying to get him out, but the X is there, dragging him back in, and Skitter dies in the exact same way again. 50 seconds on the sidelines. Oh, dearie, dearie me.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is just sad now.
Dire's middle tower is
This is like a cool combo from Spirit, like Xing 2 to just focus on keeping Skeeter in the
has been killed.
in the break. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just cool because like when he's out of it and he's X'd, he's still silenced, right? So he can't pop the ult, and Spirit's not going to do damage to him to make him automatically pop the ult when he's out of the break. So it's just
Yeah.
a matter of like kiting him so that when he's at that 400 HP threshold, he's in the break while silenced.
Yeah. That is indeed the way to do it. But 90's looking for some revenge down in the bottom lane. He's tired of Collapse, constantly killing his teammates off. But unfortunately, does look like he's bitten off a bit more than he can chew. But thankfully won't be paying the price as Team Spirit miss.
Dire are scanning.
Nine didn't BKB there. That's definitely something that if Mira had gotten a little bit luckier in that blink, 9 might actually end up going down there. But you can tell that Tundra is like, they're playing this in a way where they know that they have to be incredibly efficient and take like riskier plays in order to win this game, because when you're behind in Dota, you can't just play normal and win. Like that's just not how it works. Not against a good team where they're farming more of the map than you. It's like way easier with more items to do stuff in the game. So like they have to do something that's like risky. So like, TPing out without pressing BKB because he needs the BKB for the next fight, or going to push high ground, even though normally that would be a pretty insane play. It's like they need to take these riskier moves in order to get more of an advantage back. It's like they're gambling, but they have a higher like value that they can get from the gambles than if they were to play normal.
So do you feel like anyone from Team Spirit's not really playing enough, like is being a bit too quiet, a bit too passive? Or is it just the way Tundra's playing the map where they can't really capitalize too much here?
I think Tundra's like out map moving them, to be honest. I think Tundra's just playing this incredibly well. Like I don't know who could. I mean, Snake King.
Yeah, he could be in a little bit of trouble here.
Save.
Mira trying to come in. He's going to toss back another target then, and the silence going to stop the rebound from getting him away. That's going to be a dead Saxter. Does have buyback should he want it. Skidder has to be careful. We've been down this road before, but Mira's actually going to get killed off by the kisses over on top here. And Toronto Tokyo could be in some trouble as well. Mahoshka has stolen that shield, by the way, so he's going to be spamming that out throughout the fight. So shields on both sides as Tundra. They lose the tower, but they defend the barracks. And meanwhile, down at bottom,
Oh, Hawk.
Squeak, squeak.
All right.
Wait, he's not
gonna get the
done.
racks, maybe.
He's
no.
gonna get it. Wait.
The
Surely it's
boar?
worth it. Oh, it's actually just gonna, the ball's gonna do it. All right.
Tundra got a Rax. All right, Dahak.
Real.
This man, he just can't stop split pushing, even when he's not on Nature's Prophet. He just loves split pushing. Cool.
Very nice. Very, very nice players here from Dahak and Tundra, playing the map beautifully here, despite being behind pretty much the entire game.
Radiant's courier has been
This has got to be frustrating for Spirit, man. Like, to be playing so well and win all the lanes. You've got these cool item builds, these great plays you're making, and still it feels like you're losing the game, even though you have a 7K gold lead. It's frustrating.
Yeah, rustles your gym bobs a bit, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does.
Well, they're gonna
at least
attempt
Skeeter
to...
feels useless. Like, Skeeter is definitely not feeling like he's having any impact in the game right now.
Yeah, his notes from this game are just going to be one page of his notepad, which says, don't pick a badminton Viper.
Don't be Abaddon.
Or just don't play. Yeah. Don't do that to yourself. Well, on to Dahak they go, but he's got the BKB to get himself back. And again, Tundra just backing themselves away, although they might look for a little bit of a play onto the Tiny here. Saxa taking so much damage on the front lines here, but Shield's going to come through. The Sonic Wave will finish the job. They take down Mira. Toronto, Tokyo, both looking for more here together, moving forward, but they just can't seem to bring down a target. Tundra are defending their players super well, and now they commit. 9 jumps in, forces the BKB out of Toronto, Tokyo, but also forces his own. He's taking some big damage from Yatoro, who backs himself away. Toronto, Tokyo trying to fight on the front lines, but he can't do it. He gets taken down. Skitter gets a kill, and now moving across towards Yatoro as well, but he's a bit too quick to catch, so they'll probably have to leave it here. But over on the sidelines, Poshka's running through the trees. Can they find him as the Sonic Wave giving his way? Wait, he's stolen the kisses and brings down Saxa with them. And is he going to get more? No, he's not. No, he's not. They put an end to his shenanigans. Cute play from the Poshka, but in the end, he does go down, and that means it's going to be 3 heroes dead on the side of Team Spirit. Tundra
and
back
a
in this
gem.
game.
Snaking just got it, or 9 just got the gem from Mapushka as well.
He had a gem.
Wow,
on,
that's a fresh purchase. Because you know why they got this. They're so frustrated by this BS split pushing that Tundra is doing. They're saying, okay, we want to take all of the wards on the map so that they can't feel comfortable doing this anymore. And then immediately, Tundra wins the very first fight after they get the gem. That is really rough. That is frustrating for Team Spirit, man. They've got to be mode tilt. Otherwise, like, these are the most zen guys in the entire world. The kiting was insane in this fight by Tundra, by the way. Like, there was a few times where a couple of the Tundra heroes were about to die, but the team play and saving each other was phenomenal. Skeeter's playing kind of like a support Abaddon, but it's still pretty effective. Just, you know, shielding at the right times, especially with the Marcy Dispose also saving people.
We see the Tundra players here on the lower left, but it is Team Spirit who are in the Roshan right now. They want that Aegis once again for themselves. Tundra, are they moving over? Looks like they're sending some units in, but actually invading this Roche is another issue entirely, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it. They see how low it is, and they back themselves away, so it will be an Aegis going the way of Team Spirit. But, I mean, Aegis may just, like, they haven't cared about any advantage which Spirit have had so far in the game. Tundra seem very happy just to play the map.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thought process is if you're already kiting the fights to this degree, you know, what's kiting for another 5 or 10 seconds with the Aegis being in play, you know? Like, they're already playing these long engagements. Why not just play for like a little bit longer?
Smoke up from 4 men of Tundra, moving down to the bottom side of the map, seeing what there is to see.
I love these smokes to the bot lane, because you know that somebody's got to come here to deal with the Beastmaster pressure.
I swear every engagement has been in the bottom side of the map. Like, I guess when Roche stops being an issue, this is what matters. And they see Saxa now, but Saxa, he's very calmly walking away from this, and he's going to have to be shielded up here as Itoro jumps upon him. The Glinkers does get broken. Have they got the Roar? They do indeed, and they're going to throw it out, but is it going to be enough damage? They're trying to take him down. They got the Silence, they got the Hawk, they'll get the kill. Aegis gone, but now Skitter could be in a bit of trouble. He needs to get out of this break zone here, but he's not silenced up, so he should be okay to get off that ultimate. Manta comes out as well. Actually, didn't want to pop his ultimate there at all, and now he decides he's going to get out the boat. Doesn't quite connect on him. Does bring down Saxa, though, so the support will die. But Tundra ultimately paying a very small cost for taking out that Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, this is cool. This is cool, Dota. It's like on one side, you have Team Spirit, who is doing a very good job at dealing with extremely masterful split pushing. Like, both sides are playing this to like 99% of the potential for split pushing and dealing with split pushing in Dota. Like collapse with the boots of travel. Yatoro like scouting in the trees, looking for the heroes that he knows are going to be sitting in there, but then also Tundra accepting that they're going to lose Saksa and just TPing out, like mass TPing, and then all making their way towards the top lane as well. It's just cool to watch. Like, this is just really high level Dota. Very few mistakes outside of like maybe the draft being an issue and like the laning stage. There's very few mistakes from either team.
It's clean and it's fun. A lot to talk about, a lot to dive into in this game. I mean, it has been Spirit dealing with the pressure from Tundra like reasonably well, but just unable to really capitalize upon the advantage they've been getting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess part of the problem is their tower siege is not that great, and the build that Collapse has gone, while it's amazing for killing Skeeter, he doesn't have the Ag Shard. He's not really a right clicker, so he's not able to do any tower damage, which means like Tundra has the tower threat and can do the split pushing, but Spirit is not really able to themselves. No Deso on Weaver either, right? So like their tower threat, if they start hitting buildings, it's really not that scary.
5-man smoke from Tundra once again in the bottom side of the map, but Team Spirit is saying, yeah, we don't want to keep playing in this side of the map. We want to play somewhere else, man. Like,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Tundra's looking to fight this. They don't want to do the split pushing anymore. They want to bring it to straight to Spirit.
I mean,
and what do they have?
The supports first. This would be huge. Actually using the cookies to scout, but a quick blink out there from the Poshka. Really fast reactions as they trade some hits, but no one really getting through. And then mind Toronto Tokyo going to be forcing out the BKB. The boat's not going to come in nearly in time. They bring him down. Nine taking the fight into Yatoro here. Yatoro looking for the hack. The hack just going to leave, but no, he's not. He gets killed out before he can get himself away. So that's going to be a hell of a trade here from both these teams. Trading an offlaner for a mid.
I mean, Spirit, they are still, the gold lead is slowly going up. You know, it's not like they're losing this game by any means. The trade is for Dahak, who is the offlaner, but also I feel like he's having a pretty profound impact on this game. So taking him out is pretty important. Whereas with Toronto Tokyo, it's really Collapse and Yatoro that are doing a lot of the work right now in terms of the cores. So in terms of raw net worth, yeah, of course, Tundra, like, gets value out of killing Toronto Tokyo, but if the Hawk is dead, it does mean that Spirit could just do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. I know, it's also very therapeutic to kill off Dahak as well. You know,
exactly. Yeah, that's kind of where I was like leaning with that too. It's like, this guy's been split pushing you the whole game. Just get him. Just kill him.
Oh, feels good. All right. Until everyone.
Just a moment of like relief from the split push, and you can see at this moment that the gold lead goes up instead of stagnating because the Hawk is dead.
He's a big boy, the big decider for Tundra in this game at least. Yeah, it's funny like how similar Dahak and 33 really are in their gameplay in offlane.
Yeah, I think that's probably why he made a lot of sense as a stand-in. I think for like a tournament like this, with the prize pool being so huge, Tundra basically had their pick of the litter. They just, like, whoever they wanted to ask was going to say yes. And no teams are really going to be playing right now anyway, so it's not like the Hawk has anything better to do, because nobody really plays during a tournament, because all the good teams that would scrim you are in the tournament.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, Dahak, you want some free money? And he's like, all right.
Sounds good, bro.
I'll take it.
This middle tier 1 tower is still up for Team Spirit. I mean, that's kind of unusual. If only we could get a stat for how many times a barrack has gone down before the middle tier 1 has fallen.
Yeah, that is a bit weird, actually. That's just a testament to how like strange this game has been in terms of the gameplay and the map movements.
And I feel like you could go through the replay again as a support and just watch this warding and watch like the vision fight which has been going on this bottom side as well. Because that's what it's all been about. Like, this is Tundra's home. They're actually radiant forest creatures now.
Right. And also the heroes like protecting the wards too. Like Tundra is not only in... Oh, sucks.
Oh, that is a very big jump forward here, but he got the tower, so, you know, he completed his mission. Agent Saxa.
Yeah, he didn't like that stat you were talking about. Here's the ward protector we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah, look at this. They're just running onto backlines here. They're immediately going to be able to take down the push to get rid of that pesky Rubik. Snaky on the backline's going to run forward with the cookie. Tries to force away, but gets thrown into the air by the water park. What's going on right now? TP's out. Both going to get cancelled by the avalanche. And that's going to be 1 dead, 2 dead to Hack and Snaking out of the fight. And Tundra are going to be losing this one. I mean, brave move to fight, but oh my god, this need to put up some traps down here, lads.
Yeah, the split pushing, very annoying, but the Hawk is dead for 70 seconds. It is getting to the point where Spirit are going to start doing a lot of tower damage, and they're going to get, you know, multiple sets of boots of travel, potentially, you know, heroes have blink daggers. The split pushing action, it does fall off at a point, because at some point, you know, you've like in Assault Cuirass in Toronto, Tokyo, for example, right? And Spirit just goes through. They just say, we've got a 14k gold lead. We don't care if you're going to hit our barracks. Like, we're just going to end the game right now. So it is getting to the point where Tundra is like, they're going to get desperate. They have to fight soon. You can't just do this forever.
Throw back on the Marcy, toss over, back over towards Collapse and Mirror, and they will be able to take down Saxter. Now they look over towards Skidder. Skidder's going to be okay there as he moves towards the high ground. Yields out onto him. Can he escape this one? Toss back again. He does get off the ulti at the very least, but could be in some trouble. Popping the Manta and trying to turn and fight this, but I'm not sure that's going to work out for him. And he's going to die as well. Tundra, the ship finally looks as if it's sprung some leaks and is starting to go down. 9?
What's going on, man?
Why is this happening? This game is just twists and turns all the way through. Now I'm going to pop the BKB. Is he going to TP out of this one? No, he's just going to blink himself out. Alrighty. Storm used to no effect, but meanwhile, inside the base, there's a real damage happening. They're taking the top lane of barracks.
I like that Toronto Tokyo went for that. He went for the like Torrent Storm lucky like chain stun. Or if you just get the right torrents, like it actually
back
works.
onto 9 here. He doesn't have the BKB, and they know it because of earlier, and they will take him down. Here comes the Dispose, though, and the Roar out onto Mirror. So they get one return kill, but it looks like Snaking's going to fall as well. Snaking dead, Saxa as well, and Collapse now jumping forward, looking to get that pesky to Hack. Take him down as well. This might be the end for Tundra here. Is there anything they can do about it? I'm not too sure. I'll have to buy back on both 9 and Snaking just to try and keep Team Spirit from destroying that base, but I'm not sure that's going to happen as they move into the middle barracks as well. Tundra holding on for the time being, but this is going to be rough.
Collapse is a Hex now, too. Hex Ethereal Blade. Picked up a DD as well. So, yeah, if the Orchid was not enough, also the BKB or Manta from Skeeter is not going to matter because he's got that sheep. Yeah. Slowly closing in on Tundra here. It's not looking good for them. Spirit, I have to admire. Maybe that's not a shout outs to their like tenacity in dealing with this like split pushing nonsense. They didn't crumble under the pressure, and there was a lot of pressure. The gold lead did stagnate a bit, but I think that's bound to happen when this sort of split pushing is happening to you. But like not at a single point did Team Spirit look like they were under any pressure to crumble from this. It's like, okay, well, maybe we'll kill one of you, but we'll just go ahead and like smoke back to the other area of the map and ward there and continue playing there. And like, eventually we're going to win the game. Like, you guys can do this for as much as you want. We're going to win the game eventually.
Yeah. I think this has been a really good run from Tundra. You know, honestly, a masterclass in drawing out games. But unfortunately, when it comes down to it, you still need that game-defining moment to turn the game around for you. And that just hasn't really been there for Tundra. Saxa, once again, trying shenanigans in the bottom lane, but the right click from Weaver will finish the job, and it'll be a crit just to really rub the salt in the wound there for Saxa.
Yeah, the items are too much from Spirit. Although Tundra, they still want to smoke out. They want to take control of some area. They may run into Collapse. I'm not sure if they can kill him though. He's still very tanky. 3,000 HP in a Black King bar. They're not gonna run into him even.
To Hack once again, just grabbing the Thunderhide. Is this the best ancient creep to grab, in your opinion?
I think probably in late game, yeah. Like the dragon is good for farming and split pushing and team fighting, but then once you get to the point where you have a carry giving them 75 attack speed.
Look at Yatora here as well, trying to give them a taste of their own medicine. You know, just running up the high ground, pretending to threaten the tier 4s. Come on, guys, get back in your base.
Yeah.
Time to come home.
At this point, he has 3 Geminate attacks and does a lot of damage. So Tundra's going to need to fight. This is their last barracks. I don't think that Tundra wants to play against Megas.
No, I don't think so, but Sax are going to move in, try and get the conquer. They want this first kill, but it doesn't look like Sax is going to be the first to fall instead. Skidder trying to fight up into this. They really need to kill this conquer, but the lift up, the throw back from Aposhka. Going to keep the Admiral nice and safe. 9! That is some hard committal from him. That is going to be a hard death to follow. Buyback coming out from Skidder. The hack, though, in the front lines also going to fall again. Has the buyback, but the resource being spent out huge here. Mirror falls, but they jump in and kill off that carry Skidder as well. And this is going to be game as Yatora just runs all over them. Finally, Team Spirit, they gathered too much for Tundra to handle, and they will be taking this game number 1 with a 40k gold advantage in the end.
Team Spirit victory.
What a great game of Dota. I mean, I love to see that. Like, something like that just shows how like deep and complex the game is, because even though there was not an awful lot of like crazy team fighting or wombo combo or anything like that, that was just like a game of creeps and split pushing and strategy.